Hey puzzlers, this is Steve here with another video on how to solve some logic puzzles. This one's a Minesweeper. I pulled it from my recently published book on Amazon. I'll post a link in the description below. Would love it if you'd check it out. I had a lot of fun making it. Hopefully you guys have a lot of fun solving it. Most of you are probably already familiar with how Minesweeper works, thanks to the very popular Microsoft Windows puzzle game. But the difference here with a pen and paper Minesweeper, all the clues are already given to you at the start. Whereas with the computer game, the clues would reveal themselves as you went along. So the other difference is you need to know oftentimes how many mines are in the field to help you solve the puzzle. In this example, there's going to be 19 mines exactly. So how the rules work, if you're not familiar with it, the numbers indicate how many adjacent cells have mines. So this 2, for instance, if we look at all the adjacent cells orthogonally and diagonally, so all of those cells, there's going to be 2 mines there. Mines cannot go on the numbers themselves. And that's it for the rules. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get solving. So right away, I noticed these 2 numbers. Typically, you start along the edges of the puzzle because you're going to have more constraints there. So if we look at this 2, there's going to be 2 mines in those 3 cells. But only 1 mine can go here in those 2 cells because of this 1. So we have to have a mine there. And the second mine is going to go in one of those 2 cells, which would solve this 1. So all of these cells adjacent to the 1 that are not these 2 cannot contain a mine. So we can X those out. This 2 and 3 interact because only 2 mines at most can go here. And we need a third one. So the third one must go up here for this 3. And since only 1 can go up here, we need 2 down here to solve this 3. And if 2 are here in those cells, that solves this 2. Meaning this one and this one cannot contain a mine. Here are 2 digits next to a wall, whereas solving this 2 immediately solves that one. And what I mean by that is if we look at these 4 cells, there's going to be 2 mines in order to solve this 2. And if there's 2 mines in those 4 cells, that solves this 2 as well, meaning this cell that's to the left cannot contain a mine. These 2 cells interact with one another almost in the same fashion, where if we think about these 5 cells have to contain 4 mines, well, these can only contain 3 because of this 3. So the 4th mine has to go here, like that. And we can do the same strategy, I think, with this combination of 4 and 3, right? So if we look at these cells here, yeah, so it's this exact same thing. So we look at those 4 cells can only contain 3 mines because they're adjacent to this 3. So for the 4th mine, right, you can't have all 4 there. So the 4th one has to go here to solve this 4. And by putting that there, we've now solved this 2, right? We have those 2 mines that it's adjacent to this 2. So all the other cells next to that 2 are solved. And now to solve this 2, we need 1 more. We only have 1 to the right. There's only 2 spots open, there and there. So there has to be a mine in one of those 2 cells, which will also solve this one, because we'll have 1 mine there or there, plus that one. So these 3 cells that are adjacent to this 2 cannot contain a mine. And now this 3 can be solved. There's only 3 open spaces, so all of those must contain mines. And now these 2 are solved. We have those 2 mines, so that's not going to contain 1. This 2 is solved. We have those 2 there, so this is an X. Now these 2 only have 1 mine here, so we need a mine down there. We don't know which cell is going to contain the mine, but it doesn't matter because it solves this one. And so all of these other cells that are adjacent to that 1 don't contain it. This 2, there's only 2 open spots, so we know both of those are forced to be mines. And so now these 2 are solved because you have those 2 mines. So that's an X. This 3 is forced. We only have 2 and we need 1 more. There's only one spot left, so that's a mine. This 4 is solved. We have those 4 mines there, so that can't be. And this 3 is solved because we have those 3, so this cell can't be because that's adjacent to the 3. This 3 can be solved pretty easily because if we think about it, there can only be one mine here, otherwise it's going to break the 2. So if there can only be one there, that'll be 2 if you add that one. So 1 plus 2, we need a third one, so that's forced, which solves the 1, so that's an X, that's an X. This 2 is solved, we already have those 2, so that's an X. This 3 needs one more mine, so that's forced there, which solves this 3, because 1, 2, 3, so that's an X. Now this 2 is solved as well, 1, 2 is next to that, so this one is an X. Alright, so making good progress there. This 1 here is going to force a mine there, and so this 2 can only have one here, we need the second one there. And now this 1, again, it's going to force one here, and so then this 2 is solved, right? It's going to have one here plus this one. So all of these cells next to the 2 then can be X'd out. This 2 is against the wall. There's only 2 open spots. So therefore both of those are going to be mines, which solves this 2. So all of those adjacent cells are going to be X'd out. And now we've hit a little bit of a wall here. And this is where we're getting close to the end. I think we can start maybe counting the mines and maybe using that as a strategy to figure out the rest. So let's do that. Let's highlight all the mines that we found. Hopefully I don't miss any. There we go. We'll highlight those and we'll count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So again, there's 19 mines total. We've already have 15 of them, so we're missing 4. We know for sure one's going to go there, so we can count that as 1. We know for sure one's going to go there, so we're going to count that as 1 as well. 1 for sure is going to go here next to this one, so we're going to count that as 1. And so 1, 2, 3, we need one more, and it's got to be one of these 2. Reason for that, if you think about this 2, there can only be one here at most, and so this needs a second mine, which would be located over there. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 mines. So therefore this can't be a mine, and that can't be a mine. This can't be a mine, and that can't be a mine. Okay, there we go. And so now this 2, to solve it, there's only one spot open. It's forced to be here, that mine. So that's no longer a mine because that 1 solves it. This 2 is forced to have one here or here, which then solves this 1. So all of those other ones can be X'd out. This 2 is forced to have the 1 here. It's got 1 already, needs 1 more. That's the only spot. So we know that this is no longer a mine. To solve this 2, it's forced to be here, which solves that 2. That's an X. And now to solve this 2, we need 1 here, making that an X. And there you have it. So that is it. I believe that is a correct answer. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, definitely one of my favorite puzzles. Minesweeper can entertain me for hours. So if you like Minesweepers as well, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content like this in the future. And again, a link is in the description below for the book. So hope you guys have a good night. Thanks, everyone. Bye.